Hi Gators, welcome back for chapter 3 of Sam Wu is Not Afraid of Ghosts. So in chapter 2, Sam had gone into the Astroblast simulator at the Space Museum even though he wasn't supposed to and it was broken, and he got very scared, and at the end he even peed his pants. Oh my gosh, poor Sam. Kids are going to be talking about this for a long time. He's super embarrassed. So let's see what happens now in chapter 3, called Blast Off on Two-Wheel Tubs. Sam Wu is Not Afraid of Ghosts by Katie and Kevin Sang, illustrated by Nathan Reed. Chapter 3, Blast Off on Two-Wheel Tubs. After the incident, I knew I could never show my face at school again. Just like when Five-Eyed Frank got framed for an evil crime on his home planet and had to blast off to a faraway moon. As I'm sure you've gathered, unlike the space blasters, I don't fly spaceships, so I didn't have the faraway moon option. Instead, I took off on my version of an intergalactic travel machine, Two-Wheel Tubs. I named my bike after the Space Blaster's spaceship, Tubbs, T-U-B-S, which stands for the universe's best spaceship. I added the two wheels so people would know it was a bike. I didn't know where I was going, but I just had to get out of town and escape the name Scaredy Cat Sam. I would have a brave adventure. And I would have to do it while Nana was napping and before my mom and dad got home from work. So I packed a bag with everything I'd need for my new life on the run. My custom-made space helmet to protect my head from ghost attacks, my extremely valuable Space Blaster's special edition collectible cards for bartering, poison mist, my mom's hairspray, a bag of rice, a spaceman's gotta eat, a bottle of my favorite hot sauce, good for blinding ghosts and also for seasoning my food, an extra pair of underwear just in case I had another ghost-related incident. I didn't want my family to worry, so I left them a note. Dear Mom, Dad, Nana, Lucy, and Butterbutt, I'm very sorry, but the time has come for me to blast off to the far beyond for a brave adventure and to make a new name for myself. You'll probably never see me again. Don't believe any rumors you hear about me. Mom, it was me who broke your favorite vase, not Butterbutt. Dad, please stop doing the hokey pokey at family parties. Nana, sorry I won't be there to help with the garden. Lucy, help Nana weed the garden. And don't let Butterbutt in my room. Love, Spaceman Sam. P.S. Watch out for the Ghost King. He's tricky. I know from experience. It was almost a clean escape. But then my little sister Lucy came into the kitchen just as I was putting the rice in my backpack. She was holding Butterbutt, who was looking especially evil. Sam, she said, stroking Butterbutt, why are you putting a bag of rice in your backpack? None of your business, I said, without making eye contact with her. She put Butterbutt down and started poking through my backpack. Butterbutt began attacking my ankles. I was definitely not going to miss him. What are you doing with Mom's hairspray? Asked Lucy. That's not hairspray. It's poison mist for me to use on my enemies. And put it back. You don't have any enemies, she said. I have plenty of enemies, I said grimly. But I didn't want her to be too scared, so I put on a tough voice and added, but they're nothing for you to worry about, little Lucy. Lucy frowned. Why do you sound so stuffy? Do you need to blow your nose? I glared at her. Never mind, I said. Now go back to your room. I've got things to do, places to go, ghosts to banish, things to blast. I swung my backpack onto my shoulders with a grunt. It was heavier than I thought. It was probably the rice, which was taking up most of the space. I patted Lucy on the head. Be good for Mom and Dad, I said, and help Nana in the garden. "You're so weird," she said. But she went back to her room, and Butterbutt followed her with one final swipe at my feet. Yeah, definitely not going to miss him. And then it was time for my great escape, my brave adventure. I couldn't even tell Zoe or Bernard where I was going. I didn't really know where I was going, but I figured I'd just ride toward the moon and hope for the best. Unfortunately, it was still daytime, and I couldn't see the moon, so I stopped at the park and went on the swings for a while. I was pretty lonely swinging by myself. I was going to have to get used to that, though, being bravely on the run, all alone. I thought about when Spaceman Jack was on the run from the Ghost King and what he did. Then it hit me. I needed a trusty companion, just like Spaceman Jack had his flying lizard, Three-Headed Tommy. Three-Headed Tommy is always by Spaceman Jack's side, whether they're eating on tubs or getting sucked through black holes or exploring a new galaxy. Wherever Spaceman Jack goes, Tommy is there too, so I knew I wouldn't get lonely, or only very occasionally a tiny bit scared, if I had my own trusty companion. I hopped on two-wheel tubs and sped to the pet shop. Oh boy, Gators, Sam is trying to run away because he's so embarrassed. But he thinks he needs a trusty sidekick and he's on his way to the pet store. I wonder what kind of pet he is going to look for. We'll find out in our next chapter, Chapter 4, A Dangerous Sidekick. See you soon with that chapter.